Hey, how's it going? Bilal again. Thank you so much for checking out our website and checking out our blog. So my name is Bilal and I'm the head of Amazon growth here at Neoptima, an Amazon agency dedicated to helping brands grow profitably on Amazon in 2022. So this blog, the pros and cons of the D2C, the direct-to-consumer model, is for the more advanced Amazon brand owners. So if you're an intermediate or a beginner Amazon FBA business, or you're just starting off your Amazon journey, this probably won't be for you, because to build a D2C brand on the back of building your Amazon brand requires some level of understanding Amazon really well, some level of understanding digital marketing and social media marketing at least an intermediate level. So if you don't run a 6 or at least a 5-figure Amazon brand, then this might not be for you. But if you run a 6 or 7 or 8, even an 8-figure Amazon FBA brand, then this blog will definitely be for you. So, having spent the last 6 years in the Amazon FBA space, in the Amazon ecosystem, I speak to Amazon FBA brands every single day. Having worked with over 100 brands in the last few years, I see that a lot of Amazon FBA brands that are making 6, 7, 8 figures are exclusively on Amazon, and they don't even think about the D2C model and the pros and cons of the D2C business model. They are so laser focused on building their business on Amazon that they don't even use multi-channel marketing strategies, never mind building an e-commerce store on the back of the Amazon brand. So if you really want to stand out in 2022 with your Amazon FBA brand and even look better to potential aggregators or potential investors for your Amazon FBA brand, then you definitely want to implement some sort of a direct-to-consumer strategy. And this is what this blog is going to show you. And again, like I said, if you want to exit your business, your Amazon FBA business in a few years, or you want to raise money, or you want to go to venture capital, or get more financing, a lot of these people, a lot of these firms will look very, very closely into your Amazon business, and they'll think to themselves, this business is only an Amazon business. They are reliant on one channel, and Amazon can shut you down at any time, right? So again, if you want to get investors, if you want to go for an exit, then you want to have some sort of a D2C marketing strategy. That doesn't mean you should, quit your Amazon business and start selling your products on e-commerce, on Shopify. But what it basically means is that you want to think about D2C and you want to think about it really, really seriously and start implementing some sort of a D2C strategy. And this blog will help you do that by showing you the pros and cons of direct-to-consumer business model. So what are some of the pros of having a D2C, direct-to-consumer model within your Amazon FBA business? Well, number one, the most obvious one is that you own your own customer on direct to consumer or on your own Shopify website. So you own all the emails, all the names, all of your customer lists are your own asset. Okay. On Amazon, you don't own that. Amazon owns everything, and they even charge you an extra 20% for the fees and the referral fees and the Amazon fees, etc., etc. So you being on Shopify or having a D2C presence with your Amazon FBA brand already stand out against 99% of other Amazon brands, because 99% of Amazon brands don't have a customer list. They don't have an email list. And that's so important when you're trying to go for an exit with your business, because investors will look for email lists. They will look for a customer list. And if you don't have that, then you're not going to look as good to them as another business that will have that, right? So that's the biggest pro of building a D2C presence around your Amazon business, because you will end up owning your customer list and you can remarket to them, obviously, right? What's the second pro of building a direct-to-consumer model around your Amazon FBA brand? The second pro is that you can use other marketing channels like Facebook ads, like Instagram ads, like TikTok ads, like Google ads, and actually own basically all of the profit margin that is left over after your marketing spend. Because on Amazon, you're paying 20% to Amazon at least, and an extra 10 to 20% for the PPC on Amazon. So already you're only taking in 60% of your margins after Amazon takes up to 40%. Whereas with Shopify or your own D2C business, you don't have the 20% Amazon fees. So you probably will end up having a much higher profit margin on your direct-to-consumer business in like a few years' time, after you actually start building your D2C, your Amazon brand on direct-to-consumer on your own e-commerce store. So that's a big advantage and a pro of building a D2C presence around your Amazon FBA business. What's the third pro of building a direct-to-consumer model around your current Amazon FBA business? Well, this is, again, an obvious one. No one can shut down your e-commerce store. No one can tell you, hey, don't sell this, or don't do this, or you're going to get kicked off now. There is no headache of dealing with Amazon support and hanging on to Jeff Bezos's words and making sure that you follow everything that Amazon lays out. If you have a D2C business, your destiny, your business is in your hands. You can do whatever you want. Shopify is not going to shut you down. No one's going to shut you down. But Amazon, you could literally lose your business tomorrow, right? So you need to really diversify your Amazon FBA business by building a direct-to-consumer presence. And that's one of the biggest pros of building a direct-to-consumer presence around your Amazon FBA business. So those are, in my opinion, the three biggest pros, right? And one other pro, again, I said this earlier, but you look a lot better to investors and your valuation will be much higher as an e-commerce brand than just an Amazon brand, okay? You'll probably get much higher multiples when you exit your business than you would as just an Amazon business, because investors are smart, they are strategic, they are not your everyday people, okay? They're not an Amazon marketer. They are investors, finance guys, bankers. They know how margins, how multiples, how your contribution margins, how your COGS, how your supply chain works, okay? They are experts at valuing businesses. So when they look at your business and they see that you're making 7 figures on Amazon exclusively, they're like, whoa, hang on a second. I don't know about this person. Maybe I can give him a 2x multiple or a 3x multiple if you're lucky. But if you're making 7 figures on Amazon and then an extra 6 figures on your D2C store, all of a sudden your multiple goes up by double, triple even, right? So you got to really think about that. Now, obviously, there's a lot of pros of building a D2C presence around your Amazon FBA business. But what are some of the cons of implementing the D2C model? Well, as all things in e-commerce, there's always a pro of doing something and there's always a con of doing something. So what are some of the cons of building a D2C presence around your Amazon FBA business? Well, the most obvious one being is that it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to build a successful direct-to-consumer business because it requires so many different things that you have to do: social media, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, email marketing, building your website, hiring people, creating an entire new supply chain strategy, getting probably your own 3PL. So there's so many moving parts and it's extremely difficult to build a 7-figure direct-to-consumer business compared to building a 7-figure Amazon FBA business. And look, I know that might be polarizing for some of you guys out there because at the end of the day, you guys are Amazon experts, okay? And you're not necessarily D2C experts, so you probably won't know how difficult it is to actually build a successful D2C business, especially in 2022 when your customer acquisition cost of Facebook is going through the roof, where Google is super expensive, where TikTok, everybody is jumping on TikTok and it's becoming more and more and more expensive. So the complexity and the difficulty of building a successful D2C business is extremely hard, and it will take you a long, long time to make your D2C business as successful as your Amazon business. Now, what is the other pro? Now, what's the second con of building a successful D2C presence on the back of your Amazon business? Well, the second con is to do with money and finance. Now, it's very, very expensive to build a successful D2C business. You will need to create a website. You will need to hire developers. You will need to hire email marketing people. You will need to hire Facebook ads marketers, Instagram marketers, content people, influencers, people that will, your 3PL people, your supply chain people. You may even have to hire customer service people, whereas on Amazon, you don't have any of those things that you have to pay for. So it's extremely expensive to build a successful D2C business. And unless you're already making 7-8 figures and you have money left over, it's very, very difficult to build a successful D2C business on the back of your Amazon business unless you have a lot of money. The other thing about building a D2C business is that it's very, very saturated. So for almost all the niches, all the categories out there, there's hundreds of D2C businesses, and it's extremely hard to stand out and be competitive. And there is no organic element unless you're a huge brand and you have $1 billion worth of branding behind you. It's extremely expensive and difficult to get that organic element with D2C that you get with Amazon, because with Amazon, all you have to do is get a couple of thousand reviews on your listing, and all of a sudden you're going to get hundreds of thousands of people landing onto your listing and ultimately buying your product. Whereas with D2C, no one's going to know that you exist unless you have an amazing content strategy, an amazing SEO strategy, and then you're able to actually utilize that to get organic traffic onto your D2C website. Otherwise, you won't be able to get that, okay? So it's very, very difficult to get that organic element of Amazon onto your D2C store. So I've said a lot today, and again, you can check out the rest of the blog for yourself. If you have any questions about building a D2C business or how to do SEO for your D2C business within Neoptima, besides being an expert in Amazon, we're also extremely good at SEO and helping D2C brands, fintech brands, and tech brands in general, tech businesses in general, and businesses in general with SEO. We have amazing SEO experts that have been doing SEO for the last 10 years, and we're able to rank websites really, really well and really, really effectively for in a very cost-effective way, because you don't really have an ad budget, right? It's just content. So if you are interested in something like that, you can book a free SEO audit with one of my team members by clicking this link, book a call. Or if you want to talk a little bit more about how you can transition your Amazon business into D2C, or if you just want a free PPC audit of your Amazon account, by all means, click the link here, book a free strategy call. More than happy to do a free audit of your PPC account. And again, no pressure. This will not be a sales call. As you can see, we provide a lot of free value. We have tons of different blogs and blog posts on our website. So we're all about giving value. And again, if you want to discuss your PPC strategy or your SEO strategy, or even if you want a free audit, by all means, click the link here, book a free call. One of my team members will get on a call with you and conduct that free PPC audit or that free SEO audit for you. And if we end up working together, that's amazing. If we don't, worst case scenario, we can stay in touch and, share some value back and forth. So thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you on the next video.